This guided sense meditation and visualization process is a simple and powerful way to develop deeper awareness and presence with all of your senses. Because we are sensual beings, our senses naturally turn outwards to the world. But we can also go inward to access the memories of our senses, enhance our recall and sensitivity of them, and then use those mental senses to powerfully visualize new outcomes. With practice, each of these techniques will create brain-changing effects to your mental sensory perceptions that grow them with exercise and enhance the way you create your life with your mind. Let's begin. Close your eyes and begin to relax your body by focusing on your breathing for the next few moments. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And as you do this, let your mind be one with your body in this moment. Put all of the thoughts about what has happened or what will happen aside, so your mind can be present with your body, and just focus on your breaths going in and out. Just breathe, refreshing, comfortable, and even breaths. Don't worry about your technique. Just allow relaxing breaths to enter deeply and then exhale fully. Now, with your eyes still closed, we are going to activate your senses one at a time. We will begin with your internal visual senses. In your mind, take a moment to pull up your memory of the color red and try to fill the entire visual field of your mind's eye with a picture of the color red. Take just a moment to do this now. Now, can you imagine the color red in different shades? Use your mind to attempt to switch this red picture into different shades of that color. Don't worry if you're not able to do this at first. With practice, it will become easier. Now use your mind to create images that relate to the color red. You might create an image of a strawberry or a bright red fire truck. Let your mind assist you by pulling up images of memories it has for things that are red, and just enjoy that for a moment. Now use your mind to switch back and fill your entire visual field once again with the color red, any shade of red you choose. And now, allow that color red to change to a shade of blue. It can be any shade of blue that you want. And once again, try to change this shade of blue into different variations or shades of that color. If any of these steps seem difficult to you, simply practice the process of pulling up the memory you have stored in your mind until it's released to you effortlessly. Now, create images that relate to the color blue. You might choose a blueberry, your favorite pair of jeans, or something as simple as the sky. Let your mind assist you by pulling up images of memories it has stored for things that are the color blue, and just enjoy that for a moment. Now let's try something else. In your mind, imagine you are looking at a field of flowers from a distance. See that this field of flowers extends out as far as you can see, all the way to the horizon. Take a moment to notice if these are different types of flowers in this field, or if all of the flowers are the same. It's completely your choice. From this vantage point, choose one flower from this field of flowers. It might be close to you, or it could be far away in this infinite field. Choose whatever you wish. And once you have chosen a flower, use your mind to zoom in on it and focus on the details. What colors do you see? What shapes are the petals? How do the leaves on this flower look? Is there anything else that you see on this flower, such as drops of rain, maybe a small bug, or some grains of pollen? Take just a moment to use your mind and sensory memory to zoom in and back out, or even circle around this flower and examine it. Now we're going to shift your focus to your auditory senses. As you breathe in and out in your relaxed state, intently tune your auditory senses into all of the sounds in your current environment. Listen deeply to all of the sounds happening around you. How many different sounds can you hear? What's the farthest sound you can hear? What's the quietest sound you hear? How about the loudest? And can you hear more now than you did just a few moments ago? Now concentrate your full attention on one sound. It might be a bird singing, the ticking of a clock, the sound of rain, or something else. Just choose one sound and allow yourself to become totally absorbed in it for just a few moments. Now that your sense of hearing has been heightened by consciously tuning into it, I want you to try to imagine something that may not be in the realm of your actual hearing at this moment. Using your hearing sensory memory, the memory that your mind has for specific sounds, imagine what the sound of waves crashing against the shore would sound like in this moment. Just breathe deeply and use your mind to listen carefully. Maybe you can hear the sounds of the ocean in your breathing, and how your breaths moving in and out are just like waves. Now I want you to imagine a different sound. Imagine the sound of rain falling on your roof. Use the memory in your mind to pull this sound up. And listen as the drops land and hear the sounds they make. Maybe it's a light, soft rain. Or it could be a storm with thunder in the distance. It's completely your choice. Really attempt to access the sensory memory of constant rain tapping your roof for just a moment. Now we are going to move on to the sensory memories related to scent. These are memories that your mind has stored away regarding specific smells. With your eyes still closed, focus on the smell of a rose. And if you don't enjoy the smell of a rose, choose another flower with a scent that you enjoy. And then inhale deeply and attempt to smell this flower as if it's right up against your nose. And then absorb yourself in the smell of this for just a moment. Next, using your mind, come up with a few words to describe how this flower smelled to you. Was it sweet? Did it smell beautiful? Was it heavenly, light, or exotic? With each descriptive word, you are building a strong association in your mind to the scent. Oftentimes, scents will bypass our conscious mind and make it a sense that we rarely use in our visualization processes. By using descriptive words, you add meaning to specific scents and therefore build your scent muscle. Now take a moment to imagine the scent of fresh baked cookies. Again, inhale deeply as if these cookies have just been given to you fresh out of the oven. Absorb yourself in the smell for just a moment. And again, come up with a few descriptive words to give an account of how this smell affected you or made you feel. You can pause this part of the process if you choose, and introduce an array of different scents that you prefer. Some suggestions might be a pine forest, fresh ground coffee, chocolate, essential oils, or fresh baked bread. Now let's pull up your sensory memories related to taste. Think of a food that you like and imagine putting a bite of this particular food in your mouth. Just let this bite of food be in your mouth for just a moment. Try to experience all the things about this particular food that you might have missed before because your mind was somewhere else. Feel the many different tastes of it. What is the texture? What is the temperature? How many different flavors does it have? Breathe it in as you are experiencing it. Let it melt into your mouth. And as it does, let your mind merge with all of the sensations that you get from it. You may even imagine swirling it around in your mouth with your tongue and tasting it in the different parts of your mouth. Stay with these sensations and awareness for another moment, enjoying it from within. Again, you can pause this process now and try this with as many foods as you like to enhance your sensory memories of taste. A few examples of different flavor profiles might be something savory, such as your favorite pasta dish, something sweet, such as your favorite cake, and something tart, such as a lemon or a lime. Now we're going to move to the sensory memories of touch. In your mind, bring up an image of an animal you like, and then use your mind to imagine your hand petting this animal. Feel how their fur feels as you move your hand back and forth. Is this animal soft? Or is their fur coarse? Maybe it's a bit prickly, or feels kind of wiry. What happens if you run your fingers through the fur? How does it feel if you just lightly graze your hand across the top surface of it? What sensations can you feel against your skin? Enjoy this awareness for just a moment. Now let's try something different. Think of touching something that might be rough against your hand, like the bark of a tree. Imagine moving your hand along the tree bark. Feel the details of the rough surface and how it feels against your hand. Become aware of how bumpy or grainy this is to your fingers and the palm of your hand. Now imagine that it's cold outside and that you're wrapping your body up in the softest, warmest blanket you've ever felt. Feel how this warm blanket feels as it's wrapped around your body. Notice how comfortable it is and how it makes your body feel to be draped in its warmth. Now we will move on to the last sensory memories of movement. Take a moment to imagine lying in a hammock in a beautiful place of your choosing. And use your mind to sense this hammock gently swaying with the wind. Use your mind to gaze down at your feet and see the sway. Feel just the slightest of movement of your body going from right to left left, right, over and over again, repeating itself softly. Just imagine swaying gently for a moment in a calming and repetitive way. Now use your mind only to imagine standing up and doing an exercise. You might choose jumping jacks or going for a run. Feel the movement of each of your muscles as you do this in your mind's eye. Feel each time your arms move and each time your legs move. Become aware of how your feet feel against the floor beneath you. And imagine how the air moves around your body with each movement you take. Now imagine you are in a car with the convertible top down on a beautiful day. And use your mind to sense accelerating forward and how the wind feels as it blows through your hair. Now feel yourself rounding a curve and how it sways your body to one side until the road becomes straight again. And now feel the movement of your body as you imagine you are going up a hill, climbing higher and higher up. And now feel yourself level off as you're on a flat surface again. And then try to create the experience in your mind of going back down the other side of that hill. Feeling the wind against your face, until you are back on level road again. And then once more, just experience the movement of going forward with the wind against you for just another moment. This journey through your senses has allowed you to experience heightened sensory perception by recalling your sensory memories. Once again, your sensory memories are the memories that your mind has stored based on your physical experience that comes through your senses. You may now choose to gently open your eyes and gaze softly at the world, and then allow your visual field and the perception of all of your other senses to open up in every direction to the world around you. Remember that the best results will always come from practicing this process as a daily routine. You can also increase your success by taking moments out of your day to use your senses consciously, choosing things to deliberately focus on with each one of your senses. Over time, you'll notice that your experience changes, and it becomes richer as your senses become more open. And the more you practice, the more you will notice that going into creative visualization at will for manifestation purposes will be much easier, crisper, and much more effective.